City. It's the Wendy Williams Show.
My studio audience. Yeah. Okay, let's get started. It's time for... Yes! You know, I was trying to think why it is that I've never seen The Notebook. I've never seen The Notebook. You know that movie? It's like if you say you've never seen Waiting to Exhale. People look at you shocked in the community. But overall, people love The Notebook. But I know why. It was on over the weekend. Yeah, the weekend was days ago. But anyway, it was on over the weekend. But so was Get Rich or Die Trying at the same time. So that's no choice. You know, I like my hood flicks. And then it came, and then, no, and then the same channel played it again, but the counter-programming was 8 Mile. Now, that is not even a choice. I don't know what The Notebook is about, but I'll get around to it one day when nothing else is on TV. What is that, a love story, Suzanne?
Love story. I read the book and saw the movie. I loved it. It's really sweet.
You cry and stuff?
Oh my God, cried, yes. Oh, yes.
All right, I'll get around to it. I feel like I am out of a movement though, sorry. Anyway, okay, so look, Mel B. Nobody wants to read your book. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. So that's her next career move. She wants to write a book. And she's calling it a tell-all. She even has a name. It's called, well, what's it called?
It's called Brutally Honest.
Brutally Honest, she's not being. No, this is why I don't want to read the book. She wants to set the record straight about her marriage, the drama being married to Stefan Belafonte, controlling relationships, abusive relationships, but that is not the tell-all. Number one, we want to hear what really goes on at America's Got Talent, but you can't talk about that because you're still on the show. You don't want to, in other words, it's too soon. This is not going to be a tell-all. Please don't try to sell the people a bill of goods. You know, if you happen to be a woman in an abusive relationship, this sounds like, you know, the book for you. But you have to be honest. You have to tell us all about every Spice Girl who was getting dumb high. Right? How many were sluts? No, this is the kind of, you know, if you're gonna tell all, then we want a tell all, and it can't just be about Belafonte beating you, because according to what we've read, there was drug use involved on both parts, sex tapes and sexual relationships with women allegedly on your part, but you tried to say that he dragged you into them, which I don't believe that particular part. And also, it's too soon to write this book, because now all you seem like is a bitter woman, as opposed to just let everything, you know, you're not even quite divorced from this. Are they fully divorced now?
Yeah, fully divorced. But he still wants visitation rights with her daughter,
Angel.
with
They're
Eddie
still
Murphy.
fighting about that. So, you know, and I want to know the real deal about your relationship with Eddie Murphy. Yeah. Yeah. Were you in love with him, or was it that the condom broke and so then you had Angel? And I want you to be honest. Did you use Angel as a paycheck? Like, once you're pregnant with a Murphy, jackpot. Because Eddie's a lot of things, but one thing that he definitely is a wealthy man. This is a man who'll have money for the rest of his life. He's not like a dumb celebrity who, you know, blows through his money. You gotta be careful what celebrities slide up in you, I gotta tell you. Only because a lot of them have lovely cars that they're renting or they're stolen, and beautiful mansions and things like that, but they don't really own any of that stuff. They have no money. They're all about that flash. You have to be careful when you're out here messing with celebrities. But as far as Eddie Murphy, she trapped herself a good one. Anyway. So this book is coming out in November. It's called Brutally Honest. Clap if this is a book that you'd buy. Don't say it because I'm not reading it. Would you buy this book? Clap. That's all. That's all. Right? So 6-year-old Blue Ivy has her own personal stylist and a personal shopper, and a lot of people think it's really absurd. Well, not me. I'll tell you why. All right, first of all, his name is Manuel Menendez, and he used to be Beyonce's assistant, so he's been in the family tree for years, and now he's her stylist. He even dressed her, of course, for the Grammys this year, and you know, the little girl has, she's always looking cute, you know what I mean? But she's only 6 years old. So, but here's my thought. There's certain people, like Busy Phillips doesn't have a stylist for her kids. You know Busy Phillips, she's been here on the show. You know, but Busy Phillips is not in that lifestyle. We don't have a stylist for Kevin. Kevin is not in that lifestyle, but I must say he's got quite the sense of style himself. However, at 6 years old, do you think that's too much? I don't, I'll tell you why. Because the Carter Knowles are in an elite, a particularly elite position now. Madonna never had stylists for her children when they were growing up, and Madonna's elite, but here's the difference. Madonna dresses bugged out, and we love it. Madonna will put on a, you know, a $10,000 Galliano with her ripped tights and her glove, you know, and her gold teeth and stuff. So whatever her kids want to be, like, she's all about express yourself, but that's what we count on Madonna and her family for doing. Whereas I think that we look at the Carter Knowles, even though it is cute to let a little girl, you know, just wear pink and purple and you know, be little, but they aren't normal people. You know what I mean? So I think it makes sense for her to have a stylist. They aren't normal people. She is gonna be a hell on wheels when she grows up, though. You know? But I would say that with or without a stylist. Imagine what the, you know, the grind that she's gonna put men through. You know what I mean? His hat. Do you like the hat? Where are they? Why is she wearing the hat and blocking everybody's view? What is going on? Anyway, so here's a show I'm going to check out, and I'm gonna tell you why. You might disagree with me. Nobody in the Hot Topics Bureau meeting this morning agreed with me. Kate Gosselin is getting her own dating reality show. See? See? You heard it. Oh! See? So there's one person here who would watch it with me. It's called Kate Plus Date. And here's why it deserves at least a one-time watch, you guys. First of all, it's gonna be on TLC, which is the Learning Channel, so we'll be learning more about Kate's boring personality. Oh, please. I'll tell you what, you'd rather watch the linoleum dry than and she's a mean-spirited woman. I mean, you know, she's been here before and interviewed, and I've said the same thing, like, she's mean. But then again, wouldn't you be if you're struggling with more kids than you should have had? You know, she's got all those kids. She's finally out of the house. She knows people are judging her. So all those kids is, I guess, taking her personality away. Okay, her two oldest daughters are 17. And they're the ones who want her to start dating. I think this is terrific. But she's got five of her sextuplets are now still living with her. And they're all 13 years old. And then there's one with special needs, so he's in a different situation, living-wise. Here's the thing. She's a beautiful woman. Just, right? And then when you layer onto that she birthed all those kids, because you know, sometimes kids do you in and you just never look like you used to. But then, you know, after she had all those kids, she went in for that big makeover. She admits it. She bought the teeth and the face and the boobs and whatnot, but she's kept it together. Like, she's hot to me. Just her personality is not. So here's the premise of the show. She's on the show, and because she's saying it's hard to date, you know, with the kids, and she doesn't really know where to go and how to act and what to be, and she's 47 years old now, and she's got all these kids, and it's a different world out here, I guess, you know, in terms of dating, compared to when she was with John, who, by the way, is a stripper. Yeah. Probably not at, like, an elite club, probably the one where, you know, there are bullet holes. You know what I mean. And he's also DJing, but a man does what he has to do to pay for all his kids, right? But I would watch this show as she awkwardly navigates her way through a bunch of guys who aren't interested in a woman with 13 kids. Now I'm sorry, honey. You know, they're interested in being on TV, you see. And then once they pick her or she picks them as the date, believe me, we'll read in People magazine the following week. You know, they're going places and doing things because he's, you know, getting famous by being with Kate. Then he's going to dump her and move along to, you know, somebody else. But, you know, these people on reality shows, they just want a leg into the celebrity door. It's not like they're really interested in the celebrity. And I hope that Kate knows that going in. Plus, I hope that you take a personality course before all this happens. 'Cause I got to tell you. Kate Plus 8 airs on TLC this fall. I'll remind you of it. Maybe we can watch it together. Hopefully it comes on at our convenience. You know? Now, did you watch the Jersey Shore family reunion last week? You did. Not as many people as I thought. I figured more of my co-hosts would have watched. I didn't watch either because, and I meant to watch, but MTV doesn't really do things that I do anymore. You know, you get older and then you start to be a Bravo. Then you get a little older and you start to be Nat Geo. And I'm just saying. So I missed it, but I'm sure it'll play over the weekend at some particular point. Anyway, the cast still likes to party, they tell me. And I'm saying party like crazy, act like crazy, like funneling liquor and, you know, fist pumping and all that. Even though they've all grown up, including Snooki, they still are off the chain. I like that, because I thought that they were gonna be sitting around being all mature, making calls to talk to their kids, spouses there interrupting the fun. You know, I like, in my mind, for them to still be, you know, having fun. The only one who's not participating in what, I mean, most people would call fun, you know, drinking and stuff, is Mike the Situation. He's turned over a new leaf, yeah. He's turned over a new leaf. You know, first of all, he got into that major legal trouble. Just take a look at this and then we'll discuss.
At first, it just started out just drugs and alcohol for the last 2 years. And then I wanted to continue to better myself. So then I don't drink, I don't drug, I don't smoke, I don't lie, I don't cheat, I don't steal.
You're so cute.
I love him.
Yeah, I love you, Mike.
So,
I said you're Jesus.
She called you Jesus.
She called me Jesus.
Calm down.
No, calm down, listen. Love you guys.
Love you.
Sweet, right? And, you know, in his free time, he is now counseling young people. You remember he had a pill problem as well, pills and a whole bunch of other stuff that were going into his system while he was the Situation, fist pumping, and you know his ego was out to here. But now he's, you know, this fabulous guy. He's helping young people and sharing his story and the perils of drugs. But you realize that he's going to jail. He goes to jail in April? Wait, this is April.
Yeah, they're trying to delay the sentencing.
Why?
Right. I think I read that his lawyer was busy or something like that. I'm not kidding.
Let me tell you something. So he's sentenced to, if he's sentenced, he can spend up to 5 years in jail. I think he'll be out on good behavior, you know, in 2 years. And it's not a jail like Rikers Island or something. It's a maybe a shed behind the jail with no bars. I don't know. Hot Topics, except for one person, the queen of Hot Topics, she and I were the only ones who don't feel bad for him. I'm gonna tell you why. Because he was messing around with the tax man, and that's why he's going to jail. And you won't do this in April while the rest of us are trying to figure out, you know, you understand what I'm saying? Back when he was making a lot of money, he was asking a lot, allegedly, he was asking a lot of the promoters and people who would hire him, and he was getting hired for hundreds of thousands of dollars per night. See, he was asking to be paid in cash, and then he would take that cash, and he had a whole bunch of different bank accounts. This is what's all alleged, which is why he's going to jail. And he'd hide the money in these accounts, and the total came up to something like $9 million at a particular point. So I'm sorry, I'm glad you're sober, and I'm glad that you're such a nice man, but you do need to go to jail. Just saying, just saying. So he's going to be sentenced on April 25th. And his brother was part of the caper and everything, you know? So Matt Lauer has moved out of his Hamptons home. I don't really much care about this story. I mean, I'm just trying to, look, they were very excited in the morning meeting. You know, it's the Wendy show, but I do take advice from my advisors. Oh, Wendy, people are going to care. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to deliver it like I don't. So, Matt Lauer has moved out of his Hamptons home, one of the two, because they've got a couple of properties out there. This is the home that he was in with his long-suffering wife and their children. And his wife threatened legal action if he didn't get out, like get out. And Matt was refusing to leave because he was concerned that that would make headlines. Really? How about your behavior has made headlines? Right? Anyway, and then last week, he sold his $7 million New York City apartment. They do have, or he does have a big spread in New Zealand. Maybe he'll move there. I don't know, but these are rich people's homes. Like, he can live any place. And where, Hampton, look, because Hampton season is coming. All the in crowd's going to be there. Oh, Howard Stern doesn't want to hang out with you. Billy Joel doesn't want to hang out with you because you whacked yourself out with your ways. And so their women are like, don't ruin your reputation by hanging out with Matt. You see how things happen. You see how things happen. Just when you think you have real friends, when it comes... And then somebody had the nerve in the Hot Topics meeting to say, do you think he has a chance for a comeback? I was like, I almost threw my tuna fish at them. No relish this time. Just garlic, salt, and pepper, Carr's water crackers, the thin ones. Take the chill off the tuna fish for about 30 seconds, ever so delicately, just... Anyway, no, he's ruined his reputation. It's not like, I mean, and you beat up Ann Curry with the way you treated her. And people see your true colors just through that. You were a snake to Ann Curry, you know. You are doing your best to save face to the rest of us. Nobody cares about you, Matt Lauer. You know why? Because unlike a lot of guys who get caught up in situations of less than desirable situations, when you're a news person, see, this is why I changed my career. I was like, oh, hell no. I told you in 6th grade, I knew what I wanted to be. I wanted to be either a radio broadcaster or a newscaster. Once I got to college, and you know, because you have to get behind the scenes and study how these people are, whatever career, whether you want to be a firefighter or a cop or whatever. When I realized news people have to have that ultimate credibility, like you can't be getting down in the club. God forbid you have a backache and all of a sudden you've got to go to the cannabis store. Like, no, and they get it legally, you know, with the card and stuff. But you can't wear purple lipstick. like a newscast, you have to have your credibility. You've lost your credibility, dude, so you take all your millions of dollars and suck it. I don't like him. I don't like it. I want to apologize to Offset for just a moment, because I have no idea why I judge Kate Hudson's situation differently than yours, but I do. You see, Offset has 3 kids with 3 babies' mothers, about to have a 4th kid with Cardi B, 4 babies' moms, and we look at that as wild and sloppy, right? Kate Hudson's about to have her 3rd baby with her 3rd baby's father. It's a girl. You know, she's got the boy. Her first child is with some guy, a musician named Danny, and then she's got a 14-year-old Ryder that's with Chris Robinson, and she's got a 6-year-old Bellamy. Wait, so this will be her 4th child?
No. She's got, this is the 3rd kid. She's got one with Chris Robinson and one with Matt Bellamy, and then this is gonna be the 3rd one.
In the hood, this would, oh, sorry. A little Lawson, you know. In the hood, that's considered hoodish behavior. Why do I judge differently? I don't know, and I feel very guilty about it because she's no different than Offset, except for, why is that, girls? I think, and guys too, I think it's because women, we have a time where we can no longer have children, and so when you meet a guy and you really like the guy, then you have the, I don't, plus she's got money for days, she's got a really good, I don't know, you know what? She is hood. She is hood. But congratulations nevertheless. And to, oops, oh, sorry. Tuna fish. Fabulous. Today we've got more great show for you, everybody. You keep it here. The star of NBC's show Champions is here. His name is JJ Hota. So grab a snack and